Yeah, hello, welcome to this broadcast, which hopefully is live. As usual, it's kind of tricky to figure out if I'm really live. I hope I am. All kind of messages indicate that I am live, so give me a quick message in the chat would be great to tell me if this broadcast is actually on. Yeah, okay, we're going to do some Blitz games again, and I'm really hoping I'm playing playing better than last week when I got when I got my ass kicked quite a bit. So let's see. I hope to do better. What I'm actually going to do, and this is a slight change, is I'm going to answer questions, but we'll do that mostly in between the games because I really don't want to lose all the games like last week. Want to try to do a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to start a 5-minute game. And let's see, playing Adelmo. Yeah, my rating is pretty decent, 2-4-33. I lost more than 100 points last week, but I got that all back in the week in between. Someone writes no sound. I don't know. On my end, it looks okay. Anybody else got some sound issues? Somebody says sound is good. Okay. Yeah, we have a Grunfeld here, playing the Bishop F4 line. This is a line that I'm currently studying. Not really completed my studies, but this is what I'm probably going to play against the Grunfeld. Also in more important games than just this Blitz game. Okay, he's going for Bishop G4. Yeah, maybe here. I'm not sure if Bishop F3 is a big problem. He's doing that, giving me the double pawn, but at least I've got the two bishops. Black structure is of course pretty solid, but what is he doing with the b7 pawn? It's not clear to me what the best move is. Yeah, I'm going to watch the chat, and if there are questions, try to remember them to address after the game. Okay, so he's taking there. I can take b7, and I really don't see why I shouldn't. Okay, he's got maybe counterplay with knight h5 and so on. Maybe just take with the bishop. That's a simple solution. And cannot be that bad, really. Oh, that's a surprising move. Do I go to d3 or to e2? Hard to determine. Let's try to be quick here. T-shirt? No, it's just it's not a t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's getting warmer though. It was a nice day today. Okay, it's hard to do without castling. Yeah, okay, I wonder, probably rook d1, as c5 is going to happen at some point. Or e5. In both cases the rook is fine on d1. But I wonder, if I get in knight e4 next move, that should be quite nice. No, this is not the regular time slot. We had something out of the ordinary on the ICC channel yesterday, and so we switched to Tuesday. We will continue with the regular Monday time slot next week. I don't know if Twitch had technical issues, but there was another ICC event yesterday that we did not want to collide with. Yeah, this is a nice position here, right? This is why I'm able to chat a little bit. The c-pawn is weak, and I don't know what he should do. If he goes c5, I'm taking, and well, I'm just quicker here, a lot quicker. Now my rooks are in the game, and his rooks are not. And possibly I can play f4 in the future, blocking e5 entirely. It's not a very comfortable position. Online ELO ratings are not comparable to offline ELO ratings, no. Of course, there's some kind of relation, but it's not, yeah, it's not like 1-to-1, or it's not so easy. Yeah, greetings back to Vienna. Yeah, that looks nice. I mean, I just took it on c5. If he takes on c5, I'm winning a piece ultimately. And if he goes rook c8, I have knight e4. And maybe he's getting this pawn back somehow, but at the moment I don't see how exactly. Oh, well, that's a move that you don't want to play. If I take with the queen for b4. Yeah, okay, I'm going to play b4 here. Cementing this pawn. That's not going to go away anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, h4, that is not really super dangerous. Still a question of how to play. Maybe f4. I can play f5 actually, try to open up the position. Let's do that. No, I won't play the Latvian gambit. An opening that is basically losing right from the start. I won't play. It is really that bad. Yeah? It's very, very close to just being completely lost. So, no way. Willing to experiment from time to time, but I don't play totally bonkers openings. Okay, queen f4 was my idea. Just wanted to trade. Yeah, how do I take? Probably it's not mattering very much. It does not matter very much. Yeah, b5 is hanging. I have rook d4 though, I think, for the doubling. Yeah, rook cd1 now is the threat. And bishop b5 on top of that. It looks difficult. Yeah, he really got into a bad situation right out of the opening. He's out of moves basically. Okay, I'm going to go here. There is no trick. Just doubling. Yeah, and now, okay, I can take b5, then rook b8. No, it's not bad. But I also like this move. Just for taking on d5 next. It's also a very simple way to win. And there's the slight issue that he has absolutely no time. Okay, so I'm coming up with the king now. Okay, let's pick up some other stuff. Okay, if I take there, then he will, I mean, it still wins, but okay, that wasn't really good technical play. Now let's do it differently. Let's use the king here. And now I'm running into this with check. That was stupid. I mean, okay, as mentioned, it still wins, but that wasn't really great. Oh, he offered me a draw. That's kind of silly. It is still winning for white. Yeah, oops, now that now it was still winning. I'm cutting the king off, so I would win with the Lucina position at the end. So it wasn't great technical play, but winning the whole time. Okay, I don't know if I addressed some of the question. There was one question about the Guimard variation of the French defense. This is with knight d2, knight c6. That's a pretty decent line. It's pretty okay, and can lead to quite uncommon situations that the white players quite often wouldn't know so much. Chess in pop culture, I don't know. There is nothing great, I think. Maybe you can correct me on that, but it's nothing really great. I never saw that musical, Chess. Maybe this is something. I don't know. I never saw it. Okay, playing against Cheetah. Oh, I totally forgot this opening. Takes, queen c2. I know e4 is a line. Yeah, maybe castling. It's been ages since I looked at this opening line. White is very quick here, obviously with his castling and whole development, but I have a nice bishop on f6. How do you play there? You want to play c5. Okay, I'm going to do that and not think about it for too long. It's the sharpest move, definitely. Going for queen a5 and trying to make use of this bishop. So up to here. cd, ed, rook takes as bishop e6. Yeah, I'm going to take. And I'm attacking. Oh, I did not even think about the move. But of course he can play that. I can take a2, but my king position is going to be bad. Okay, I still go there. Otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Maybe he can play knight c7, but this looks very dangerous. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about this position. Maybe I'm in bad shape, but it is it's complicated. It's not a very simple thing to play. White's king is not in great shape as well. It's not that in great shape either. I keep making that mistake. Knight d4. Yeah, interesting. He wants to take on e6. Okay, I can. Okay, the check here, queen b1. Yeah, okay, maybe rook c8. Getting ready for c-file play. I'm a pawn down here, but this is not really a problem. This is this is just total dynamics. Yeah, he's got e5 possibly because of queen g6, but I don't know how dangerous that is. Yeah, I can take on c5. If I go to e5, he has this rook here, rook d5. The check is not giving me much, so I'm going back. He can play e5, but I wanted to go rook c5 then. Maybe this is complete nonsense. Queen g6 check, king f... I cannot go to f8. Okay. Yeah, it's not... Okay, on e5 I can play for queen g6 check. I can play king g7. It's not terrible, maybe. And okay, I have some kind of counterplay. Yeah, okay, so I go here. That was not intended, but it's not so clear. Yeah, someone asked me about today is St. Patrick's Day, the Irish holiday or day to celebrate, and I actually have a Guinness. I have one. I don't wear so for later. If I play well, I need to score at least a little bit. Okay, rook f5 check is rook f5 is one problem. Rook f5. Don't have any checks. Cannot even cover this in some way. Not good. Not good at all. I don't see a playable move here. This is not what you want to do. Really isn't. Rook d6 coming, or what is this issue? Probably, yeah. Rook d6. Take g2. That's not looking any good. Rook d6. I cannot even take g2 because of rook f7. No tricks, no nothing. No. Really? Yeah, I have to. Yeah, that was very difficult, this position. I think that I'm not really believing that this is so great for white, but maybe it is a problem. I don't know. Very difficult position. Very difficult position. Okay, let's go for the next game. The Irish Gambit. What is the Irish Gambit? I did not know. I do not know an Irish opening. What is the transvestite opening with white? I don't know. Okay, c5. Okay, let's try to get for the okay, knight c6. I wanted to say go for the Maroczy bind, but knight c6 is a very uncommon way to play. So I can go e5 now. That's all very strange. If he goes knight g4, I'm doing this here. I know, I can take e5, f4 and then take c4 actually. Okay. So this little trick is not going to work. Okay, I'm going to play this then. There's a question. Have I ever played atomic chess? Yeah, well, as a kid, probably once or twice, but not a lot. Not a huge practitioner of any chess variant. Yeah. The only thing that we played quite a lot as kids was Backhouse, which was always fun, and I still think this is decent to do sometimes. Even for kids, why not? If you don't overdo it, it's fun, and you learn some good tactics and creativity. Why not? Okay, I'm going to take there and take there, arguing that at the end he will have this somewhat strange knight on a5. Okay, so I can, if he goes b5, I'm just taking that. And what I'm doing is I'm preparing bishop out and knight e4. Okay, he maybe wants to play b5, but I can play b3 really. It's a very simple reply. Yeah, atomic chess is a chess variant where if you take something, everything around it is kind of bombed away. So if you go one knight f3, the threat is knight e5 and winning, because that would bomb away the king. It's kind of weird. It's fun, but I'm not quite sure if this is a forced win for white. I don't know. I think there's probably some people who invested some time to figure that out. Okay, about this game, what I'm trying to do is I'm really trying to prove that this knight on a5 is missing in Black's army, if you want to call it like that. If he goes b5, I'm going to play b3, just keeping it out in the open. Do I think that Magnus Carlsen will read my book? I don't think so, but it would be nice promotion if he would would do that. It's also, I mean, it's mostly catered towards a different audience, right? Not exactly for the super GM. Okay, so let's see. Queen f4 looks like a good idea. f5 is a very weakening move. Also knight e2 to f4 is a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Keeping an eye on this knight at the same time, and then trying to, yeah, I'm trying to keep it out of the game. B takes, B takes. He can go rook b8 maybe. But my idea is to play knight f4, knight e6. That was my point of knight to e2. Debatable. Oh, he's closing it. Nah. I don't believe in that much. It takes a long while to get this in the game. Yeah, I have to cover that knight to make my queen mobile again. If he goes to h6, I have rook e7. Okay, so and now knight e6 is a good move, definitely, but I would like to enter with queen and rook. He's got rook e8 coming. Yeah, I wonder, do I go knight e6 or not? Yeah, I guess I should do that. Rook e8, I play bishop f1 so that he cannot grab there on e6. Maybe he's okay somewhat. Knight d8, yeah, is a move. Trading even more stuff. Yeah, remarkable. He defended that quite well. Yeah, okay, so he decides to take there after all. I was thinking that after takes, bishop takes, queen d6, this is still quite unpleasant, as c5 hangs and e6 is threatened because of this bishop d5 pinning idea. So I'm kind of surprised that he allowed that. That looks very nice for white, actually. What is he doing now to prevent the immediate loss? Bishop d5, queen takes c5 is threatened. Okay, so bishop d5 is still a move, right? But maybe not a winning move. Bishop d5, bishop f7. Doesn't seem to win. At least not immediately. Okay, let's grab the pawn. If in doubt, take the pawn. Yeah, thanks for the question about Magnus Carlsen being interested in my book. As I mentioned, I really don't think it would help him very much. But it is known that he really does read chess books. He's one of the very few top players who actually do that. Most of the top players, they don't really buy any books. I don't know if this is such a great idea to don't do that. I mean, you can always argue they analyze themselves, which is true, But sometimes, I mean, authors have invested a vast amount of time on their books, and it can give you some interesting ideas, even if you don't adopt the suggestions one by one. Even then, it might make sense to have a look, because there might be related ideas or things that can still be useful for you. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'd like to get the b4 pawn. Maybe I should, first of all, make sure that the black rook is not invading, and then I can still play rook a4. Yeah, so king e3. Okay, I can put that here, right? This is not a bad square for the bishop. Oh, and I definitely should start to increase my speed. 41 seconds is not good. Yeah, rook a4, rook takes b4 is the simple way to go, and he still does not have much. Okay, now he's spending quite some time. Going to bring the king up, king d6, king d4, for c5 check possibly. He still cannot really invade or do anything active here. Rook to f2 possibly. Okay, if I give this check, I'm kind of making my own rook look stupid, so I'm going to start with that and take this pawn here, right? There's no reason not to. I'm still behind on the clock. G2 is covered. Nice little detail. Oh, I wanted to go to c3 actually. But it's okay. Want to get in rook f7. Rook f8 checkmate. Coming? No, he forfeited on time. That's good. Okay. So let's see. Is there any question that I did not see? Can a man without chess talent become a good player because of hard training? Yeah, it's a matter of what you call good. That's really the case. With very little talent, I think things are limited that you can do. But really, about everybody who's not who's say on every normal person, let's say, was not like handicapped in some way, they should be able to get to a 2000 level or something like that. But in some cases, it might take very, very hard work. It's simply people see the board differently. If you want, some people they see things quicker and understand the kind of inner workings a lot better. Yeah, in the final position, he has rook takes d5, bishop a2. That's funny. Yeah, okay, I only had 8 seconds, so this can happen. I have requested a new game, but did not start yet. It's definitely not possible for every player to become, let's say, a grandmaster or an IM. I don't think so. You need to have some kind of hang for the game, at least a little bit. So it's not like everybody can do it. I requested a new game, but it did not start yet. Yeah, is it time? Is it time for some fuel? I don't know. I've won a couple of games at least, so it wouldn't be totally undeserved. Yeah, now I get a game against Hematite Brown. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, what's the rating that everyone can reach? I never put in much thought about that, but A good club level, 1800 to 2000 should be possible for most people. I really think so. Okay, so let's just castle here and play this. I keep forgetting this opening variation. People tend to play that once in a while. Have I ever played online drunk? Nah, probably not. Not what you really would define as drunk. I mean, like, after 2 or 3 beers, sure, but that's not what I call drunk. How will you determine who is allowed to play in this Simul event next Friday? Yeah, please, there's someone here from ICC, Sandro, please give an information out about that. I'm not sure how the Simul, how these rules work, who is going to play. Okay, what I can tell you about this game is that this guy systematically wrecked his light squared bishop. So after b4, I'm going to put a knight on d4, and I'm very happy about that. Or you can take, which is not much better. I also have bishop g5 coming. Yeah, it is Friday, this Friday, so it's the 18th, 19th, 18th, the 20th. Yeah, b4. With b4, I'm getting this c3, c3 away, and then I get d4. This nice square. How did my chess career start? Career sounds really big, yeah. Never really saw it as a big career or anything, but okay. How did it start? I played, I learned the rules of chess very early on, really as a kid, maybe with 6-7 years old or so, but I never played really. I mean, I knew how to play, but I never played. And it only was a little bit later that I played with my grandfather quite a bit, which was funny because for some reason he liked to play, and we had lots of fun doing it. But it was quite funny that he somehow had the wrong starting position with knights and bishops changed. Yeah, the knights were on c1 and f1, and the bishops on g1 and b1, which was really funny when I got my first chess book and I learned that, oh wow, this isn't right. You know, we've been playing it all wrong the whole time, and we had to change it. And it was quite funny. He had some issues to adjust to that. And yeah, we still kept playing, but this rule change sort of helped me a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, I started to win against him. And then they started something at my school. Some kind of scholastic thing where you could learn chess from a stronger player, and I don't really know how good this guy was, but he was pretty decent, maybe on a 1800 level or so. He played correspondence chess, which at the time was a bit different, of course, because back then they actually had to play themselves. You didn't have any computers, and yeah, so I started to take it a bit more serious then, and really started to get books and things like that. And yeah, I joined the chess club pretty quickly, and then started to play on a more competitive level, let's say. It was really late. I only joined the chess club at age 14, so it proves that even when you start relatively late, you can still get to a pretty okay level, especially if you really invest lots of time, which I definitely did. And yeah, but from then it was I gained points pretty quickly, but well, really I invested so much time that is pretty much beyond sensible. Okay, what am I going to do here? He will play f4, and I'm wondering what to do about that. I mean, I can just ignore it. I have the queen side blocked. g5 looks kind of terrible. I don't know how to react to f4. I mean, I can simply allow that and play bishop d2, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, when I started to play chess, I pretty much abandoned everything else. It's just like that. I can't help it. I mean, it's not that I didn't have any interest in other things at all, but really the vast majority of time was invested for the game. Queen e5. Yeah, this is kind of nice because my bishop looks better than his, but it is very, very little what I have here, if anything at all. If I take here, bishop d2, bishop b8, rook b8, bishop f6, rook b1, rook f1. There's nothing at the end of this line. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is not much at all, if anything. Maybe here to cover. Bishop d2 is threat is a strong word, but at least then I'm getting to infiltrate a little bit with my rook. It is just equal, this position, probably. Okay, I did not expect that move, but okay. He can just go back there, right? Okay, but here I can actually go to b4, which is at least a little bit active, looking at the a4 pawn. I cannot take. What a shame. If I go here, he's going to play bishop b5. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I can get the king to e5 and pretend to have the active king. That's a question. What do I think about the Averbach variation of the King's Indian? Yes, this is a line that I play from time to time. It's a very safe line that is risking very little, and something that black players tend to not know so well. So it is a good choice to play. So is this really so easy? I'm getting to d3, right? It's probably still a draw, but I wouldn't have allowed that as white. That looks kind of strange. I'm getting d3 here, and this is trouble. I think he misplayed that. And this is doing a home run. The bishop on b5 is simply not playing at all. Yeah, this was a draw, really. That was a draw. But okay, bishop over to e4. Maybe this is a defense. No, he resigned. Probably not anyway. Okay, any questions? Am I better than Daniel Rensch? I think we are quite evenly rated, right? Something like 2-4 something. Yeah, Carlsen still plays amateur football. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. He's a decent football player. Heard about that, and there are pictures, of course. That's a question. If I ever smoked or do smoke. Yeah, I actually did smoke quite heavily, but I quit 2 years ago. Thankfully, I'm really glad that I stopped that. It's a bad habit. Okay, we got a Slav defense here against Kirli, and that's Carlo D'Amore, frequent opponent, and he's got a pretty low rating. I think he's a really good player, especially in Blitz. I mean, I never looked at his tournament games, but he's a really good Blitz player, giving me trouble all of the time. I don't have a good record against him, -2, so it's kind of weird, but okay, let's take that. Okay, so we have a Slav kind of structure where he's giving me where he has given me the bishop pair. Okay, the question is, do I want to go for queen b3 here, queen b6, c5, this kind of business? I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to complete development and try to make it difficult for him to get the freeing moves in. Okay, simply normal moves. I don't do much tactics training, unfortunately. It's not. I don't really have that much time for my own chess because of my chess teaching job and other things, books and so on. So my own chess is kind of neglected a little bit. If I do something there, I'm trying to solve very difficult tactics. I mean tactics in terms of calculation exercises, not like I don't know, mate in two or something. Just complicated positions that that are hard to figure out on a move by move basis. Okay, in this position, I'm hoping to do something with the with the c file. I'm also looking at this a6 pawn. This is often a problem if black has opened up his queen side like that. They suffer from those light squared weaknesses. How many bullet games out of 100 I would win against Nakamura? Not many. He's really exceptionally good at bullet. I mean, really good. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'm just going to take and play knight b3 maybe. Or do I want to win the pawn here? Knight e4, bishop f4. ef takes, and maybe d5. I don't know. Knight e4, bishop takes, queen takes, knight f6, queen e5. It is better for white, so I should probably just take the pawn. This position is better for white, at least a little bit. He still has those weaknesses. Yeah, I would definitely win less than 10 bullet games against Nakamura. That's no question. Absolutely no question. If I really practice hard bullet chess, I'm not totally terrible, but really, no. Nakamura is so good at it. Yeah, I will do the odd bullet video. I will. Not many of them. It's simply a case that I like to play once in a while, but I really have to be in the mood, yeah, to do that. And it's not something that will be a big feature on the channel, let's say. The viewer games will definitely be a major part of the channel. I couldn't do much the last couple of days because I was busy on the whole weekend, and today I had teaching and so on, yesterday as well. So it's something that is not that did not happen the last couple of days, but will be a regular thing of this channel, of course. Okay, so let's see. He's trying to get this play against the pawn here, but e6 is hanging with check, so it's not really a big issue. Knight f5, I can play d5, and rook c7 is a threat. Yeah, if you want to improve your positional play, you really have to look at many games by good strategic players who have a hang for that. And yeah, I mean, watching, let's say, some games of online chess by decent strategic players can help. I mean, I think I'm mostly a strategically focused player, so you might see the odd interesting moment in my games, for example. But of course, there's other good content also by also on the ICC, for example. If you look at the games there, or the videos there by many authors, like Games of the Week by Joe Benjamin, things like that. If you study those explanations and so on, this is going to be very helpful. Okay, by now I'm 2 pawns up, and I have this the d pawn. Yeah, I'm going queen b6 here. I'm trying to get in. I mean, I wanted to get rid of the pin, and if he takes, I think the b pawn will do the talking. Okay, he has rook e1 as a final little trick, so I can trade queens if I like, or play g3. Yeah, trading queens is very simple actually. So let's just do that. And now maybe g3, 2 pawns, and I'm threatening rook c6. Knight d4 coming. Okay, so how am I going to do that? Rook c6, right? Knight d4, rook f6. Yeah, I'm a little bit low on time, so I need to look at this a little bit more closely. I'm like 5 pawns up, 4 pawns. Maybe rook 7 c6 or something to crash through on g6. He's taking quite some time, but I think I can still just take here, right? Yeah, and well, rook c6 is blundering stuff. But what is his threat here? To take, and rook e3. I can take with the rook here, right? So I can march the a pawn. Yeah, I'm a bit slow still here, but quite clearly I have a ton of pawns. Even rook c6 is a move. g5 mate is my idea. Oh, we can sacrifice the knight there. That was kind of unnecessary. That was unnecessary, really. I'm playing this kind of in a very stupid way, but it is probably so winning that it does not matter much. Yeah, very bad technical play, but it wasn't really yeah, it wasn't possible to spoil it. I tried it, but I didn't do so. Okay, let's see. Do you recommend Goering Gambit for the club player? Yeah, it is not such a great gambit. If you want to play a gambit after e4, e5, I can recommend the Evans gambit, for example. This is a good gambit, or play like this is fried liver. Yeah, this is not a gambit, but it leads to very dynamic play. These kind of openings are good to study if you want a more tactical game. If you want a tactical game that is really completely sound and challenging, you can play the simple Scotch game, which is really the open game, let's say, with d4, ed4, knight e4. This can get quite tactical, and it's interesting to explore. After bishop c5 on move 4, you play knight b3, which is sharp, and knight f6, you take, play e5, the Mises variation. Okay, impitoyable. I have a bad score against this guy. Two games, 2 losses. So, and I remember that last week I had a very nice position against him that I somehow managed to totally spoil. It was it the same opening? Possible. I don't remember. Don't remember exactly. Yeah, this is the Yates variation of the Ruy Lopez. An interesting line that I quite like for white. I mean, not that white is better, but it is an interesting way to avoid the. Sorry, guys. I had to switch off my ringtone here. It's an interesting way to play if you want to avoid the main lines, and g6 probably. Yeah, nice. Now my bishop is kind of. I should have taken on f3 first. My bishop doesn't make much sense now. Can go to e6 actually. And knight c6. Nah, that's not good. Okay, knight c6 is not a huge problem. Maybe I can go to e6, f3, bishop e6. Nah, I have a very imprecise opening play. Okay, did not take on e6. Yeah, okay, here's f5. That's clear. Yeah, it's not a good position. What can you do? I try to not to fall hopelessly behind on the clock at least. f5, g takes, e takes, bishop d5. It's not good. It's not good at all. Yeah. It's just rotten. It's just a bad kind of piece placement here. And he just improves step by step. Maybe he allows bishop to d7. Not that this is great or anything, but maybe. f5, I now can go back to d7. Yeah, bishop d7 is not a brilliant looking move, but maybe still. Knight e6 maybe for some trades, but I'm still worse. The pawn on d6 is just weak. It really is. Wonder is Oh, I ran bishop knight d5, b5. I just blundered into knight b5. Okay, did not pay attention there. Okay. Knight b5. Yeah, I'm still standing, but not very firmly. It's just not very good. Knight back here to e6 to trade some stuff, or maybe here attacking e4, maybe trying to trade d4 against this useless bishop. Yeah, it's not much fun. Yeah, I can go queen d4 and simply grab the pawn. Yeah, it was a pretty good game by white. I mean, I didn't play very challenging stuff, just played badly, but it looks like he's not even doing that. This is always wrecking my nerves. Yeah, if they have very simple wins like knight queen d4 and then they play something fancy, but probably it's just as good. Okay. I don't get it. What is the point? Rook f1. Maybe it's also winning. Okay, we will see. Okay, he can still win d6, but this is now under less favorable circumstances than earlier. Still favorable, but it was even worse earlier. Okay, so a6 is hanging. Still a big problem. The only little hope that I have is that this bishop on b1 at the moment looks kind of stupid. But it is a relatively small hope, as mentioned. The other hope is that he's maybe he's playing some more weird moves, but it is nothing you can base your play upon. Strange play by the opponent. And still much worse. Yeah, but let's see what he comes up with to win the game. Okay. Oh, that's neat. That's a neat tactic. I didn't see that one at all. Did I have something to avoid it? I don't know. Yeah, I can probably just resign this. It's 3 pawns, right? But there's an important rule in blitz and bullet chess. You never resign when you still have a knight. And I'm following that rule. Okay, if I take here, he's going to play h6. So go back. It's just totally lost, I know. Any kind of trickery that I can go for? Probably not. Some kind of self-made in the game. Yeah. As mentioned, he's not really playing it too well, but my position is so bad. I can take with the rook. Okay, so that was a nice one. some kind of self-mate in there. G4, it's not a mate, unfortunately. Can I somehow knight F3, some kind of mate? Probably not, right? The likelihood is very low. Okay, I'm going to resign now. Okay, I did not want to give up there somehow. Yeah, that was a loss. He played really well. There were some questions. Let's see. Is there a way to play the Petrov defense aggressively? No, the Petrov is not by nature a very passive opening. Actually, it's just symmetrical. Difficult. It's difficult. The Petrov is for the very solid guys. So no. Have I tried leadchess.org? Yeah, a friend pointed me to the server, but I just played a couple of games. It's really, I mean, there's little point in playing there if you play on the ICC really. Just how it is. You have the best opposition on the ICC. You get the most interesting games. Yeah, would I buy a book by Oligas? Probably not. Don't want to finance the guy. Can't help it. I haven't played him a lot recently. Yeah, some questions are good. I'm going to do some questions. What YouTube channel do you watch on a regular basis? Okay, I do watch, in terms of chess channels, I do watch, I can actually open this beer, right? I do watch, oh, that's kind of tricky. I do watch the St. Louis Chess Club, of course. Yeah, Cyrowan especially. He's always entertaining and sometimes interesting. Not sometimes interesting sounds weird, right? It depends a bit. He sometimes does kids classes. I mean, I don't watch that, but if he does something, some general kind of thing, I'm going to watch that. I also watch John Bartholomew's channel sometimes for some bullet, for example. Bullet over breakfast is my, yep. Yeah. But it needs a moment, of course, to be properly drinking condition. Yeah. What also? I do watch King's Crusher once in a while. As you may know, he's a friend of mine, and what I sometimes watch is he does this 1 hour shows where he does classic games. This is something that I sometimes watch for entertainment. Those old games. I mean, I kind of know them, but it's still nice to look at once in a while, like old Fischer games or something. There's something else. Yeah, Chess24, of course. I do watch Chess24 once in a while. They have some German videos which I watch. Yeah, that's it. The ICC channel is also, of course, there, but the videos there I normally get from the website or from the ICC interface, let's say, where they announce the videos. They sometimes are on the YouTube channel as well, but I don't need to go there. Yeah, the Simule is on Friday, and I'm going to have the Guinness now. That was good. Okay, guys. What was my rating after 1 year of chess? It's hard to tell, because I started outside of the chess club. After I had joined the chess club, my first rating was about 1800 after 1 year. Yeah, that's a question. Do I read the comments on my YouTube videos? Yes, I actually do read all the comments, but it's difficult to answer. I mean, I sometimes answer simply like I'm sitting there, I see it, and I think, okay, I can write this and that. I only answer the odd comment. I don't answer all of them. It's simply not doable. Sometimes I delete comments if they are very spam-like, let's say, and I don't really think they make much sense, so then I delete them. But feel welcome to post questions. You can also always directly message me on YouTube, and I'm going to answer. Absolutely. Yeah, okay, I hope you enjoyed the little show. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day, whether you're in Ireland or not. It's always good to find some reason to relax with some friends, or yeah, like me having this one. Okay, hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be back on Friday for the Simule, and next week on Monday for the regular show. Thanks, guys. Bye.